Help some more. Oh. Oof. Thank you. Imagine a year on steroids. No, I'm kidding. Don't do steroids.
I'm not doing steroids.
I'm natty. He's natty. But he was just telling me he's thinking about hopping up. No, I'm just kidding. He wasn't. Hey, I'm gonna need help. I'm gonna need help with this. Just the last few reps. You don't need to lift off or anything.
Blast off.
I'll say when.
Do you need help with the blast off?
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Do you need help with the blast off? 3T minus 10. No.
See, I can't hear you at all, but I could tell you're making fun of me because you always look down a little bit. You're like, and then you're looking at me like, God bless him. Yeah. I wish you guys could see his face right now. He's looking at me like this. When I edit this later, I'll hear what you said. Help. Usually I put this after lat pull downs, and to be honest, I kind of just do whatever's open for the most part. But a lot of people say all your workouts have to be identical if you want to progress. I agree to an extent, but the order can change, right? And that's okay. I still progressively overload on this. I still progressively overload on lat pull downs, regardless of what I put first. Now, whatever you do put first is gonna get more motor unit recruitment, and it's gonna have more progressibility, right? Basically, bro science for saying like, whatever you put first is gonna probably give you the best muscle growth, strength, everything. But if you see some form of overload, whether it's adding a rep, adding, weight, whatever, that's what matters. But I definitely do believe in keeping the exercise selection the same, only changing it once every, few months maybe. We're moving on to lat pull downs. Stick to the basics, man. That's what you're gonna get the best growth from, right? And I don't mean only do barbell, brother. Stick to old school. That's not what I mean. I just mean stick to basic stuff. You're gonna see the best growth long term if you just stay consistent, stick to stuff you like, nothing too fancy or crazy, and just progress it over time.
I think this is awesome.
Rate today's workout. Rate it.
A 6.5 out of 10 because we're not done. We only did one workout.
So, what would make it a 10?
Completing the entire day.
So, that would make it a 10, boys. You heard it here first. Getting a full pump, probably.
Not probably, definitely.
Definitely. And I had 100 grams of carbs pre-workout, and believe it or not, that's not that many calories. What did you have before the workout?
I think I had the same thing because you had the blueberry.
I had blueberry muffins. Yeah. I get it. All right. Intraset talk. the lat pull down form really isn't the greatest. And a lot of people are like, dude, everything's gotta be picture perfect. The form's gotta be amazing. It really doesn't have to be amazing and picture perfect. Now, if you're gonna make that your priority, keep it consistent at the very least, right? Because if you start off with clean form and then you start cheating a ton and say it's progressive overload, it probably isn't. It's probably just you adding some cheat into those reps. But if you keep it consistent, even if you are cheating and you're doing it a lot, and let's say you add 5 pounds each session, you mean to tell me that you're just adding cheat more and more? You get diminishing returns on that stuff. At a certain point, more cheat doesn't always mean more weight moved. So if you keep your technique consistent, that's the important thing. And what I like to do is I like to absolutely horse the weight, okay? I want to put some horse force into the weight, and you can't do that as well with picture perfect form. And in my opinion, stuff that's really progressible, like cheating pull downs, you know, not with an insane cheat, but with a moderate cheat, that's probably going to be better for beginners because they don't have to be so concerned about motor unit recruitment and activation and all that stuff. They can get away with doing stuff that involves more muscles, right? Because everything's gonna grow. So anyway, let's get to our set. All right, we're gonna be trying a little bit of a different angle today for preacher curls. I hope you guys like it. It looks decent. Single arm, as always. I've been doing that for a little over 7 months now. My arms grew an inch. Anyway, let's just do my set. I do like going really heavy on these. Dude, that's crazy. You just curled that to bring it up to me. Like, Max, here's your baby weight. Always start with the smaller arm. To a place where blind men see. First set, stupid heavy, insanely heavy, mild cheat. Next set, lighter, still pretty heavy, but more controlled. Third set, good amount lighter, super controlled. That's always the approach I usually like to take with all my sets. But if I'm just doing 2 sets, both those sets, how you doing, man? Both those sets are gonna be heavy and a little bit less heavy. But in this case, I'm just doing 2 sets supinated, right, to prioritize the bicep. And then I'm doing probably 1, maybe 2 sets hammer curls, right? Because during a preacher curl, I'm just gonna try to explain this the easiest way possible. The bottom half of the range of motion is where you're going to be putting the most torque on the joint, okay? Up here, there's hardly any torque. There's actually basically none when you're straight up. So you're gonna see me probably only going up to here for the most part, right? And I'll go up further if I need to rest. But with that said, the bicep has the best leverage at this point in the range of motion, the bottom half. So if I do an exercise that places the most torque on the joint during the bottom half of the range of motion, the bicep is gonna be able to activate a ton, okay? And the brachialis, which is under the bicep, I don't know if you guys can see it, is the exact same. It has great leverage in this point of the range of motion. So when I do 2 sets supinated, the bicep is the priority. When I do 2 sets hammer, brachialis is the priority, okay? So, long story short, you're getting horse meat, you know, massive, jacked, huge, you know, biceps, okay? You're getting rotund, voluptuous muscle here that you wouldn't otherwise have, if that makes sense. And then also, listening to Creed during your sets actually boosts your strength by 30%.
Oh.
All right, what we have next is hammer curls, which I already talked about a minute ago. I just like these, but I'm gonna go a bit lighter on them than I usually do. I'm gonna do probably 45, and just really focus on getting a huge stretch, right? Because not every muscle benefits more from stretch, but some muscles have great leverage to produce force in that range of motion, which recruits the highest threshold muscle fibers, the ones that grow, you know what I'm saying? And that's the scenario where you would want to bias the stretch. Or in the case of the lats, it's the opposite, right? They have best leverage in those really short positions when your arms are like down here, right? A lot of people say from about 90 degrees of humeral elevation and below is when they have the best leverage. Now, the reason I say humeral elevation is because that just sounds like nerd talk, and I want this to be palatable for you guys. So, anyway, arms are looking absolutely stacked, but I'm gonna grab a 45 and we're gonna get to the curls.
That's like
All right, I could do one more, or maybe 2 more, but I think they'd be super cheaty. So I'm good with that. All right, this is gonna be my last set of this, and it's gonna be good. Now, if you do 1 set on each arm, don't just call it 1 set. It is 2 sets. I call it 1 set, but I should probably start calling it 2 sets because it's still you placing all of that tension during a given time frame, which is still fatiguing your CNS, even if it's not directly fatiguing your other arm. So, too nerdy today, guys. Sorry for being so nerdy. I like to have more bro science incorporated in my videos, but it is what it is. You know, maybe I should start talking about Arnold again or something. Ah, bro, if you wanna be like Arnold, just do what Arnold did, man. Ah, that's the spirit. I'm getting back into it now. Start with the right arm.
So I usually go.
All right, that was the cheaty rep I was talking about earlier. All right. This should be decent, boys. Should be a decent setup here for posing. It looks like a little off center, but whatever. Should be all right, I don't know. Anyway, we're getting naked. Well, I guess most people will call it half naked. No shirt. Boys, I need some actual, like, you know, do they make like 4-inch seam shorts? I've heard a 5-inch seam, but a 4-inch one would be great. I feel like that would show off the quads the most. Freaking, I forgot, oh yeah, back and bicep day.
Like, are you saying no? Okay.
Gotta loosen up that leg, it's cramping. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm just admiring how much better I look since the last time I went in this room. That's crazy. Oh. All right, front relax, front lat spread, front double with a vacuum. X pose that I like.
Yeah. It's about letting it flow. It's about letting it flow and not mentally thinking about it.
Oh, the AC just kicked on. That feels good. All right, boys. I would love to keep posing forever, but oh, hold on. All right, we are done.